Big
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for some of the best lesser known or underrated scenes in One Piece. Number 10, Luffy vs Vivie. Fights between friends always hit hard in One Piece, but this one is often forgotten about. Vivie intends to try to convince the rebel army in Alabasta to stand down. However, Luffy, in a rare bit of insight, finds her plan to be naive. People will die regardless. And since Crocodile is manipulating the rebels, it'd be simpler to just fight him. The duo exchange blows, with Luffy taking the worst of it. Vivie believes that by confronting the rebels alone, only her life would be at risk. Luffy asks her to instead risk all of their lives since they're friends, and that's what friends do. It's a fantastic character moment for both of them, revealing Luffy's inner depth and helping Vivie grow. Number 9, Nami defends Luffy from an army. When it comes to who's the strongest or bravest Straw Hat crew member, Nami isn't usually the first to come to mind. But when Luffy stands alone against an army of the Big Mom pirates, Nami returns to back him up. Her large-scale lightning attacks are devastating on the battlefield. Additionally, she's able to control and disable Big Mom's homie minions with her Vivre card. She and Luffy may ultimately be defeated and captured due to sheer numbers and exhaustion, but Nami proves here that she's more powerful than many give her credit for, including herself. Number 8, Usopp cheers Luffy on. During Luffy's fight with Lucci, the future Pirate King is beaten and bloodied, collapsing to the ground. Usopp sees this from above and, removing his Sogeking disguise, reveals himself to Luffy. He urges Luffy to get back up and fight. When that fails, he instead taunts Lucci, trying to provoke him into a fight. Although Usopp knows he can't win, he knows Luffy can. As bad as the situation is, they're not in hell. For as much credit as Luffy gets for standing back up and punching the stuffing out of Lucci, Usopp deserves just as much for giving him the motivation to do it. Number 7, Sanji clashes with Dooflamingo. Luffy is usually the one to go up against the big bad, so anytime a different member of the crew gets the chance, it's something special. With Dooflamingo bearing down on the Thousand Sunny, Sanji arrives in the nick of time to stop him with a fiery kick. The two combatants exchange blows mid-air, with Sanji receiving some nasty slashes, while the Straw Hat Cook has an excellent showcase of his strength, with even Doofy admitting he's strong. The Warlord eventually immobilizes him. This little bout may not last long, and Sanji gets saved himself, but it's cool enough that we hope he crosses paths with Dooflamingo again for a rematch. Number 6, Bonlay's first sacrifice. He may dress like a ballerina, but Mr. 2, Bonlay, is as tough as nails and a true friend. While everybody remembers his sacrifice to help Luffy get to Ace, fewer people talk about the first time he did it. Despite having only met them once and fighting against them, Bonlays and his boys decide to help the Straw Hats. They dress up like Luffy and company, helping buy them the time they need to escape the Marines. The flower of friendship blooms in unexpected places, and Bonlays is truly breathtaking. Number 5. Luffy defends a dog's treasure. Given that this happens so early on in One Piece, it's easy to see why so many overlook it. In Orange Town, Luffy meets Shushu, a dog that has been waiting for its late owner at his shop for years. Moji, Buggy's right-hand man, and his pet lion Richie rough up Shushu, raid the store for food, and then burn it to the ground. Luffy, furious at this, beats down both lion and pirate alike, saving the last bit of dog food from the store. He may not be smart, but Luffy's empathy for people and animals alike never fails to tug on our heartstrings. Number 4. Nolan kills a giant snake. Although he's a flashback character, Mont Blanc Nolan looms large in the lore of One Piece. While he's remembered as a liar, Nolan was a great explorer and quite the fighter. When he arrives on Jaya, Nolan discovers the people there suffering from a disease.
Doctor, ここに稲はまだあるか。すぐにこの少年と我々全員に撃つんだ。
Just as they're about to sacrifice one of their people to one of the huge snakes they worship as gods, Nolan steps in and cuts off its head. For context, powerful fighters in the present day like Zoro couldn't even scratch one of these beasts. As if that wasn't awesome enough, Nolan manages to convince them to let him find the cure, betting his own life on it. He was a beast, and that's no lie.
そうやって排除してきたのか。わずかたりとも重要な進歩。
Number 3. Frankie changes the weather. Sometimes something is so funny, it crosses over into badass territory. Frankie's cyborg body is powered by cola. During his fight with Fukuro on Eni's lobby, Frankie starts running low on his favorite beverage / power source. After some unsuccessful and comedic attempts at substitute drinks, Frankie eventually gets his hands on the real deal. As he powers up, dark clouds gather, lightning strikes, and the island echoes with his signature catchphrase. You might just write it off as a joke, but through the power of sheer awesomeness, Frankie brought a storm to an island where it is literally always sunny. Super doesn't even begin to cover how epic that is. Number 2, Luffy carries his friends up a mountain. Doctors are a rarity when the Straw Hats arrive on Drum Island. Unfortunately, they desperately need one since Nami has fallen ill. The only one around has made her abode at the top of one of the enormous drum-shaped mountains that give the island its name. After Sanji is injured in an avalanche, Luffy is left to carry both he and Nami on his back up a sheer cliff face with nothing but his bare hands. Underclothed and bitterly cold, Luffy perseveres against all odds to get them the help that they need. Then, when Dr. Kureha and Chopper find them, what's Luffy's first thought as he lies there frostbitten with his hands bleeding? Don't save me, save them. What an absolute legend. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Luffy punches spikes. Even pain won't stop him from beating villains up. Luffy and Zoro save Smoker. Smoker finally sees that not all pirates are bad guys.
船長命令を俺は聞いただけだ。別に感謝もしなくていいと思うぜ。
Sanji and Zoro pave the way. 404 building not found. Zoro lectures Luffy. Real first mate energy.
いいか、普段おちゃらけてんのは勝手だが、仮にもこの俺の上に立つ男がだらしねえ真似しやがったら、今度は俺がこの一味を抜けてやるぞ。
Sanji prank calls Crocodile, trolling the villain and making him think your friends are dead. Priceless.
麦わらの野郎がまだ生きてやがって。大丈夫、とどめは刺しました。
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Luffy vs Blackbeard, Round 1. Many pirates want to become Pirate King, yet this fateful meeting between two of the most likely candidates isn't talked about nearly enough. While escaping Impel Down, Luffy runs into Marshal D. Teach, aka Blackbeard, who's breaking in. Although they've met before, it's only here that Luffy learns that he's the one responsible for capturing his brother Ace, setting him up for execution. Luffy's fast and furious punch is satisfying and well deserved.
ゴムゴムのジェットピストル!
However, Blackbeard gives us a taste of his own terrifying might by returning the favor. While each has bigger fish to fry in the moment, fans may have been given a preview of the series' final battle over a decade before it's likely to happen. Is there an overlooked One Piece moment you believe in? Tell us your favorites in those comments below.
だから、お前、ルフィを信じろ。